Hi guys, welcome back to my channel Rapid Revision in Chemistry. Today we are going to focus on this video about the concentration. Concentration is the number of molecules per unit volume. This is a very simple definition that we can give for concentration. So number of molecules per unit volume is called the concentration. When we calculate the concentration, there are two different units which we can use in concentration. So I have divided that very clearly to show you. The first unit is measured in moles per dm cube, which we are going to call the concentration as molar concentration, and the second unit that we can use is grams per dm cube, which we are going to call it as mass concentration. So the concentration can be measured in two different ways. The first one is the molar concentration and the second one is the mass concentration. The molar concentration is going to use the unit of moles per dm cube, and the mass concentration is going to use the unit of grams per dm cube. So the equations that we are going to use is going to be slightly different. For the molar concentration, the equation is going to be mole equals concentration times volume. So I have shown with the word and the abbreviation, the N is equal to C times V. N stands for mole, C stands for concentration, and V stands for volume. Therefore, mole is equal to concentration times volume. This is what we are going to use to calculate the molar concentration. In the case of mass concentration, the equation is going to be M is equal to C times V. M stands for mass, C stands for concentration, and V stands for volume. So I have also shown you both the ways, writing in word and in abbreviation. M is equal to C times V. So these are the two different ways we will be asked to calculate the concentration in our exam questions. Now I'm going to go through a very simple example with y'all. 50 grams of potassium chloride is going to be dissolved in 400 cubic centimeter of water, and we are going to calculate the concentration in grams per dm cube. So this is the question that I'm going to solve the problem for. So it's 50 grams of potassium chloride is going to be dissolved in 400 cubic centimeter of water, and your question is to calculate the concentration in grams per dm cube. Concentration in grams per dm cube. Let's see how to solve this problem. Now we know this is related with the mass concentration. So first I'm going to use the equation. So M equals C times V, and I'm going to make concentration as the subject. So C is equal to M divided by V. The mass given to me is 50 grams, so I'm going to substitute the 50 grams for the mass, and the volume is given as 400 cubic centimeter. In this case, look at the unit that they have asked. It is in grams per dm cube, whereas our question gives 400 cubic centimeter of water. Therefore, the two units are different. First of all, we need to convert the cubic centimeter into cubic decimeter. That means the 400 cubic centimeter need to be converted in cubic decimeter. So first I'm going to do that for you. So the 400 cubic centimeters, I'm going to divide the 400 by 1000, which is going to give me 0.4 cubic decimeter or decimeter cube. 0.4 cubic decimeter or decimeter cube. Now I'm going to apply the 0.4 cubic decimeter, and now this is going to give me an answer of 125 grams per cubic decimeter, and that is the concentration of the substance that is dissolved in the 400 cubic centimeter. I hope you would have got this clearly. First of all, you have to write the formula or the equation to calculate the concentration. Make the concentration as the subject, and then you can substitute the values and then you can get the answer. Now, a simple technique what I say is always to write down the units next to the values so that you will not forget to give the unit in the right way. This is a very simple way to keep in your head, not to make any mistake on writing the unit, guys. So this is one of the example that I have shown. Now we will move on to the second example. Let me show you how to solve another problem. Right. Now in this example we are going to look on with the same concentration what we have calculated. If that is going to be in 300 cubic centimeter of water, what will be the mass that we would have dissolved to make that particular solution? So we did calculate a concentration of 125 grams per dm cube, and now we are going to use the volume of 300 cubic centimeters, and our question is to calculate the mass that is being dissolved to make this solution. Again, as I said before, first of all, we are going to write down the equation. This is related with the mass. So I'm going to use the equation mass is equal to concentration times volume. The concentration is 125 grams per dm cube and the volume is 300 cubic centimeters. So I'm going to divide it by 1000 because I'm going to convert it into cubic decimeters. So when I do this, you are going to get 125 times 0.3, which is equal to 37.5 grams. So to make 125 grams per dm cube of 300 cubic centimeter of a solution, we would have dissolved 37.5 grams of the mass of the substance. So this is a second example. Hope you would have got this example.